everybody, Graham here. This is going to be a pretty short video because I am mainly doing this because I just downloaded DaVinci Resolve 18 and I'm anxious to give it a try. I've been using 17 for a while. When I started making videos, I was doing them in iMovie, which to be honest is pretty adequate for my needs. But, that's no fun. I like to have the latest and greatest stuff, and when I found out that DaVinci Resolve was free, how can you beat that? So anyway, that's what's going on in the video production department. So I'm kind of anxious to see some of the new features. There is apparently a smart framing feature for doing things like YouTube videos, and I'm kind of eager to check that out. There's a bunch of other stuff that I'll probably discover as I go along. I don't do a ton of heavy editing. I did the title sequence I did in Fusion, and it's mainly by way of just kind of trying to learn how to do this stuff. So let me just talk about a couple things that are going on. It looks like Jada Pinkett Smith is sort of finally saying what everybody else has been saying for a couple weeks now, which is that the Smiths need to get a divorce. That's going to be tough on Will because, he's got a lot of money. I think he's got something like $350 million, and Jada's probably going to get half of it, which is, I think, kind of ridiculous because, number one, she has her own career. Okay, she's not as well known or as much of a box office draw as Will is, but she has a perfectly respectable showbiz career. She was on Gotham, even though her acting was... But regardless, that's the way the law is in California, so she's probably going to get paid. Now, people might be saying, poor multimillionaire Will, he's going to go from $350 million to only $175 million. But if you've got $350 million in assets, you've probably got some commitments. It's not just like writing a check, There's a lot that's going to have to be done in order to free up that much money to give to her. But I think it would be worth it for Will just to have her out of his life because she's obviously making him miserable. The other thing that's going on is the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, the defamation lawsuit trial that's going on. And we've been hearing from Johnny for the past couple days, and the piece of testimony that I found most compelling, although not in a good way, was the revelation that Amber took a shit on Johnny's bed, on Johnny's side of their communal bed. Now, that's something that animals do. That's something that dogs or cats do when they're angry. But she went ahead and did it, and the attorney said, "Well, how do you know it was human feces and not the dog?" And he said, "My dog is a teacup Yorkie. It only weighs 4 pounds," which I thought was hilarious. The feces on the bed probably weighed more than the dog. It's not looking good for Amber in this trial, despite the legacy media seeming to be pretty solidly in Amber's corner. It's not looking good for her, at least in terms of the testimony that's come out so far. So I'm kind of semi-following this. I've been watching Jeremy over at The Quartering. He puts out updates frequently enough to kind of keep you informed as to what's going on. So check him out if you're not if you haven't already seen him. And finally, I guess the last thing is that Elon Musk has been teasing a tender offer. He's tweeted out, "Love me tender," and then more recently he tweeted out, ... is the night. which is believed to be a reference to the F. Scott Fitzgerald novel Tender is the Night. So, Tender is obviously figuring prominently. And what that means is that he would basically just put it out there. So if you've got Twitter stock, he'll pay you. He'll buy it off you. We're not going to go through the board. We're not going to go through, whatever. It's just he's making an offer directly to the stockholders. And depending on the situation, he could very well end up with enough stuff to take over. He's, I guess, also trying to put together a group of investors that could have more leverage than he could on his own. Obviously, the Twitter board is not happy about this, and I gotta say that it is really, really delicious to watch the leftists on Twitter freaking the hell out over the fact that they might get the same treatment that conservatives have been getting for 5, 7, 8 years on that platform. That'll be interesting to watch, and I'm going to be following the story. So anyway, that's about all I've got to say for today. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. See you in the next one. Graham out. Bye.